Now, Geomega's approach, I look at it as a three-stage. You start with lab scale development and you go small 10 times increases. We've done that. We completed all that. So now we're in the stage two for developing the process for the recycling approach. We are dealing with it. We did a pilot, so that's great. But now we are in the demonstration plant. So the objective is once the demonstration plant is running, in the meantime, you're doing R&D to modify your own technology to process those mining concentrates. So that's ongoing as well. So by the time you have an operational unit for your magnets generating cash, you're ready to move on to the next stage for the mining concentrates. So really the key here is gradual scale up. Now, Geomega's approach, I look at it as a three-stage. You start with lab scale development and you go small 10 times increases. We've done that. We completed all that. So now we're in the stage two for developing the process for the recycling approach. We are dealing with it. We did a pilot, so that's great. But now we are in the demonstration plant. So the objective is once the demonstration plant is running, in the meantime, you're doing R&D to modify your own technology to process those mining concentrates. So that's ongoing as well. So by the time you have an operational unit for your magnets generating cash, you're ready to move on to the next stage for the mining concentrates. So really the key here is gradual scale up.
Good morning. How you guys all doing today? So we're having a big day in the markets today. Big green day on a Friday on news that there could be a cure for the coronavirus by Gilead Sciences. So one of the companies that I wanted to talk to you guys about is Geomega Resources. So I've been doing some research. I've been doing some due diligence on this company. 103,484,928 shares issued and outstanding. And right now up 6% at 17.5 cents. Now I was looking at bar chart and they're up 83% since March 23rd. It's made a huge move from 9 cents to 17.5 cents. Geomega Resources Inc. is engaged in the acquisition, exploration, and evaluation of mining properties in Canada. It holds an interest in Montviel property and Anik property and focuses on the discovery and development of deposits of metals in Quebec. So I kind of been interested in mining companies lately, guys. I actually did some buying today. I'm going to show you guys what I did. So I bought today 10,000 shares of BENTON Resources, BEX, which I told you guys about. They made a huge move when I told you guys about them and went up as high as 14 cents. They're back to 10 cents, and I thought, you know what, this might be the time to start picking it up. I'm looking at the level 2 market depth and looking at the momentum grow here, and it just makes me believe that we're about to go through a buy period here at some point. And I just felt like 10 cents was a good price for this company. So I picked it up and got myself 10,000 shares. And then I brought you guys MEK this week as well. And they were as high as 8 cents this week, as low as 5.5. And I just picked up some shares, 20,000 shares today. So feel pretty good about those two purchases. And now I'm looking at Geomega Resources. So the Canadian side, I was showing you at 17.5 cents. The US side, not very many people know about this yet, at 11.5 cents. GOMRF is the symbol in America. GMA is the symbol in Canada. Geomega Resources up 6%, now at 17.5 cents. And just looking at the chart here and looking at the MACD and looking at the RSI, it looks as though it's definitely on a trend up, obviously. And the question is, will this continue? Will this continue? So let's take a look at some of the information here. So this is their website, resourcesgeomega.ca. ...2001 interview.
All right, Steve Darling with Proactive here at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference. Joining us now is Kiril Mugerman, the President and CEO of Geomega Resources. And Kiril, great to see you. How are you?
Pleasure. I'm doing pretty good.
Tell me a little bit about this company. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, no, we've been progressing and advancing and growing over the last, 5 years?
Yeah.
We are a rare earth elements company, but not a traditional one that's looking to develop a mine. Instead, we are focused on an innovative technology for refining and processing rare earth elements.
Right. So explain to us how this process would work. What is it that you are refining? Is it material from a mine? Is it computers? What is it?
Okay. Well, so the way it works, we developed a clean process. When we say clean process, it uses different reagents than what traditionally used in China.
Yeah.
It has a very innovative way where we recycle a lot of that reagent. So right now, the way we are starting the commercial application of our technology is through recycling.
Okay.
Recycling and refining are basically the same thing, just different skills.
Yeah.
So we are starting with the best feed out there, which is the magnet. Rare earth elements are used to make magnets. That's your main application by value. That's why we are mining rares, right? Because we want to make magnets. So we are recycling those magnets. When we receive them, what happens? We crush them if we receive them solid, or sometimes we receive them as powders already, kind of crushed material.
Yeah.
So then it goes into a reactor where a process happens, and it's a sequence of 3 reactors where basically a process goes from one to the next one to the next one, where finally we get our final product. So the closer it goes towards the end of the process, the more similar to a traditional process, but it's the first stages which are very different and innovative and do not produce the same waste that are produced in traditional technologies today.
Why choose recycling?
So recycling, okay, so if you look at innovative technologies, and especially innovative technologies in specialty metals, you always come up with, you see a company come up with a new technology, and then they say, okay, well, now we are going to apply it to a mine.
Yeah.
And going from a pilot plant to a mine scale is just too big.
Yeah.
The scale-up factor is too big. The risk, financial risk is too big. Cost overruns.
Sure.
Too many things can go wrong. So we said, okay, well, we don't want to go to a mining scale right away, but we want to generate cash while we are demonstrating it.
Sure.
So we said recycling is the right way to make a commercial application, generate cash, and it is a needed part of the sector.
Yeah.
So it's to close the loop, or as they call it, the circular economy.
Yeah.
You do need to recycle.
Yeah.
And funny enough, they do recycle in China. They do recycle rare earth magnets in China.
Right.
And they are basically the leader in that, and nobody talks about it. And outside of China, we basically throw it out, or there are groups.
So the need's there.
The need is absolutely there. It's over $1 billion industry today.
Amazing.
To recycle rare earth magnets.
Now you've chosen Quebec as the place where you want to sort of take a look at building this test pilot project. Is
correct.
That right?
So our demonstration plant is going to be in Quebec because, first of all, we are in Quebec. We've developed our pilot there. We know the regulations, the permits, the environment much more.
Makes
And the
sense.
government is a huge supporter. The government's been great in supporting innovation, R&D, and is now great in supporting our financing efforts to take this into construction and into production.
Okay.
And as well, going into other countries where, for example, Japan is the second largest producer of magnets. But for me to go straight to Japan, I don't know the regulations. I don't know the language, so that's hard. You need basically, it's a different degree of risk, and it adds to cost.
Familiarity is important. It's
Correct.
You're there, you're already there.
Exactly. So we want to start with Quebec as well because Canada is trying to become involved in the rare earth industry. We see the U.S. government and the Canadian government sign agreements on collaboration to try and kickstart that industry.
Okay.
While refining or recycling is basically the best way to kickstart that industry.
So what does 2020 look like for the company?
We are in the final stages of finalizing construction right now. Sorry, I'll take that back. To finalize the financing, so we can do the construction later this year and put it into production and operational. Our objective is to be cash flowing in 2020.
Okay.
So then we can increase even the scale of the plant. We are starting with just 8 hours a day operation.
Okay.
Then once we see everything is working properly, great, we can say we turn it up a bit and we run full day, 24 hours. We can generate even more, so 3 times more the cash, the profit, and everything. And then, but that's already not for 2020. 2020 is really get the financing secured with the government, put everything into construction, then production, cash flow, and then grow from there in the coming years.
Nice. Well, looks like it's going to be a fun year.
Absolutely.
Look forward to hearing more about it. Great to see you. Thank you very
Excellent.
much.
Thank you very much.
All right, it's Kiril Mugerman. He's the president and CEO of Geomega Resources.
So you guys can see that these guys are doing some interesting things. And the one thing I caught from that is that they're going to be cash flow positive sometime this year. So as an investor, that's always extremely important to me. Trying to understand whether or not the company is going to be revenue generating, cash flow positive, and what they look like in the future. We've seemed to have been able to find a lot. Oh, we got 18 cents now? We're already at 18 cents? Oh, I see 17 and a half. Let's see. Okay, it says 17 and a half. I don't know why it said 18. Maybe it hit 18. Rare earths recycling. So it seems like something like he mentioned that is in a need. And I love to find undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities. Companies that have the opportunity to go higher because nobody knows who they are. So chances are you probably never heard of Geomega before today. And that's why I'm bringing it to you today, because I love to find underappreciated, underexposed, undervalued opportunities. And Geomega might be one of those. I mean, it is up 83%, guys. Like I told you guys, over the last few weeks, like most mining companies, it's been doing extremely well. So that was a huge move. So obviously, if we could get in at 9 cents, that would be a gold mine. And when I talk to you guys about a stock, I don't immediately mean, okay, guys, take a look at this stock, buy it this second. But it is definitely something that I think you should put on your watch list. You should put on your radar, because I think it has upside potential and nobody knows who they are. Nobody knows who these guys are. So what I like to do here, Rich TV Live, is I love to bring you guys these picks first so we can put them on our watch list, put them on our radar. And if they do make a huge move, I want to make sure that we're all over it. That's kind of the whole idea behind our platform and what we do, how we do it, and why we do it. And you can see here the American symbol is GOMRF on the OTC markets. Very little volume there. Not many people know about it. And in Canada, GMA is at 17.5 cents right now, 45,000 shares in volume. So not a ton of volume yet. Not a bunch of people know about this stock. But like I said, it's already made a big run up from 9 cents, as you guys can see here in the chart. It was at 9 cents on March 23rd, and it's made a nice move up. Nice move up here. Been as high as 18. Right now it's 17.5. So has really climbed up here. And it looks as though it, like from the MACD, it looks as though it could be going higher here. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to do. But like I said, I've been starting to position myself in some mining companies. I bought MEK today, 20,000 shares. I think it was a good risk at 6 cents. And I bought 10,000 shares of BENTON Resources BEX. Right now, gold is down. The market's hot right now, and there's a lot of momentum up today due to the fact that there is a lot of talks that America is going to go back to work and that they potentially have a cure or an antidote or a vaccine for the coronavirus. So there's a lot of positive energy in the market, and as you can see, the market is green today. So it was way greener. It is starting to lose some steam going into Friday, which is interesting. Oil is down again. Gold is down. So I thought today's the day to buy the gold stocks because they're down. So I decided to pick up those resource companies, and I thought, you know what? I found this one, and I thought, well, let's take a look at this resource company. What's this resource company all about? Geomega Resources. Why is it up 83% in the last few weeks? As you guys could see here, big move up here for Geomega Resources. Now 88% with today's gain. Now up 88% in the last 3 weeks. So they've made a nice little move here. And you can see they've been as high as 22.5 cents. So they are 24% down from the high, which was last year. And they are 19% down from the high of February, which was 21 cents. Geomega 2020 starting with recycling magnet feed. Future expand to rare earth elements mining concentrates. How you guys all doing this morning? Hope you guys are having a great day. Hey Kevin, how you doing, man? Yeah, if you guys ever have someone you want to remove, just hide them from the channel. Just get rid of them. Infinite Possibility asks, what would it take for a hedge fund to buy shares in a mining company? If they like it, they'll just buy them. It's just a matter of them liking them. You have a huge position in DCOP. So, Geomega ISR technology to be used to establish Quebec as the clean and cost-efficient recycler of choice outside of China, expand to recycling other secondary feeds of rare earths, specialty metals, use ISR to refine rare earth element mining concentrates, use ISR on alternative rare earth element bearing feeds such as red muds, coal, tailings, and other mining feeds. Quebec is North America's rare earth element hub. An operational clean rare earth element recycling and refining industry will lead to development of the rare earth element mines of Quebec, Montville, and several other projects that are already well defined, attract downstream processing, metal making and magnet manufacturing, energy intensive processes that would thrive with low cost and low energy of Quebec, attract downstream manufacturers that use rare earth elements in their products. What is Geomega's approach? Developing the ISR technology to attract and refine rare earth elements, lab scale development of the technology completed, adjust ISR to process rare earth element magnets, and perform a sequence of scale-ups of 10x each to demonstrate the technology in mini pilot. That's stage 1, which is now completed. Stage 2, scale up rare earth element magnet recycling to a demonstration plant, which is ongoing. Adjust to process other rare earth element feeds and mining concentrates, which is ongoing, and convert the demonstration plant to a commercial plant. Stage 3, scale up ISR for other rare earth element feeds and mining concentrates. The gradual scale up has several advantages, reduces the technological risk of scaling up new and innovative processes, reduces Capex and financial risk by starting from low volume and highest grade material available, allows to establish cash flow to make the company less dependent on equity financing, brings credibility to the technology, establishes a relationship with the clients in the industry, lowers the risk when scaling up to lower grade and larger volume feed material. So this is like the machinery they're using. Geomega has proprietary technology, environmentally safe, small footprint, and low capex. Recovery of main reagents, 95%. No liquid effluent produced. Iron oxide as product. So this is the ISR technology demo plant. So you can see here, this is what I like here is the targeted sales. $10 million. So if they got targeted sales of $10 million and the stock's at 17 cents, this could be a very, very interesting play. This could be a very, very interesting play. Currently up 6% at 17.5 cents, and the American symbol Gomrf at 11.5 cents. Love to know what you guys think about this. Is there any interest to you guys in this? And is there anything that is moving in the market today that you guys want me to look at? That you guys want? Wow. So you guys could see we were really green and we're losing a lot of that steam. So I don't know what's going on here, but we were really green and now it looks like we're losing steam. Now oil has been just tanking and gold is taking it on the chin after being on fire for quite some time, and the markets were up big and we're losing a lot of that momentum. Now the question is, will we go into the red today or will we stay in the green? Because it looked like we were going to be deep green and now it looks like we're losing a little bit of that momentum. But this is what I really like about this, the targeted sales. I really like to look at the sales. Target profit margin, 20%. So if I can get into a company early that's going to start making 10 million a year and or more, and they're not yet, and they're going to be able to book that type of revenue on the balance sheet, those are the types of opportunities I'd love to get into. Hey, I appreciate you smashing the like button, Infinite. Thank you very much. Hey, thank you, Derek. I appreciate you, man. What are you guys looking at today? Are there any stocks you guys are looking at today? Because I'm very interested in Geomega Resources. A brand new industrial complex has been secured in Saint Bruno de Montarville, strategic location for the first rare earth magnet recycling operations in North America. The first rare earth element magnet recycling operations in North America. This is why, it's a little bit of a different company, but I like that. I like that. 30 minutes from Montreal, 6 hours from major North American cities, Boston, New York, and Toronto. So it's very well located, serviced by CN and CP railways, 40 minutes from 2 airports. So I take a lot of pride, guys, and I've done this many, many times, in bringing you undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities before anybody else on the planet. Love to know what you guys think of Geomega Resources, and have you ever heard of this company from anyone else? Chances are the answer is no. I love to be the first to put a company on your radar, put them on your watch list, and hopefully we get in early before it explodes. So you could see the rare earth element circular economy, sorting waste, magnet collection, mining ore, rare earth element processing, magnet manufacturer, final product manufacturer, end life product disposal, and you got battery manufacturer in there and metal manufacturer. So we're talking about so many different industries that could benefit from a company like this. I mean, there's so many different ways that they can generate income here. How much is recycled today? Research publications by Mayer and Brass, Tanaka, Anderson. Typically, only 1% of rare earth elements are recycled. Commercial recycling of rare earth elements is still very much in its infancy. The reality, China, which controls over 90% of the rare earth element separation capacity, is attributing 31.25% of that to recycled waste. China is the leader in rare earth element recycling, estimated at over 1.2 billion. Wow. So China's the leader, guys, and Geomega wants to get in this game and become one of the leaders in North America, despite the fact that no one knows who they are. So, like I said to you guys, what I really love to do here is be the first to bring you guys something. I'm not suggesting you go out there, run away, and buy it this second. And remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here in Rich TV Live. I'm not a licensed advisor, okay? Go and consult your licensed advisor before you invest in anything that we talk about, and always invest in the best, because the best is blessed. What I want to do is put good companies that you haven't heard of on your radar, on your watch list. I've talked to you guys about this a lot. I like the biggest companies, okay? I like American Express. I like Visa. I like MasterCard, okay? There's no surprise. You've been watching me. You know I like all these companies, okay? I like Tesla. I like the big boys. I like the FANG stocks, the Facebooks, the Apples, the Amazons. Let's take a look at Amazon because they've just been flying. See if they're up today. Oh, they're finally red. I like the Amazons. I like the Apples. I like the Facebooks. I like the Netflix. Let's take a look at Netflix. They've been flying. They're finally red. So some of these companies that have been having massive moves, in my opinion, are probably going to go down at some point. So in addition to liking the big boards, which are going to be the core of our portfolios within our community, I also like some of these undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities that people just haven't heard of yet. People just aren't aware of yet, because that's how we get in. We get in early, right? And we can make a lot of money and ride them on the way up. Baby screaming up? Hey, thank you for that, bro. Let's take a look at Baby. Wow, Baby is on fire. Oh my goodness. Holy smokes. Great call on Baby, bro. Baby's been an absolute giant. And that's another example of a company we brought to you first. No one had even heard of the company. It was at 30 cents. It's now at $1.31. And the crazy thing about Baby, and I brought you this company first as well, which is just nuts, is they were at 47 cents, guys, less than a month ago. 47 cents less than a month ago. So had you got into Baby at 47 cents, you're able to make more than a double on your money, way over a double on your money in a period of 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, almost a month. In almost a month, you could have more than doubled your money on Baby. This is what I live for, guys. Finding undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed companies before anybody else in the world. I was interviewing this company, was at 30 cents. Nobody knew what Baby was. Now all of a sudden, everybody loves Baby. Everybody believes in Baby. Everybody's excited in Baby. But before we brought you Baby, nobody was excited about Baby. No one knew who they were. Nobody had any idea what they were doing. And if I didn't talk to you about them, you probably still wouldn't know who they are, okay? So that's the point I'm trying to make is I love to find these companies that are undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed before anybody else, because that's how we make a lot of money and that's how we get it early, okay? So Geomega Resources looks like a company that tight float, only 103 million shares issued and outstanding, right? This is the American symbol, GOMRF. Market's trying to hold these gains, but you could see gold is down, oil is down. So that's why I decided to buy some resource stocks today, because I've been looking at a couple of resource stocks and I said, well, gold's down. So if I want to buy resource stocks, today's the day while gold is down. And then when gold screams up, hopefully some of the resource stocks that I bought will go up and I'll be able to sell. So let's take a look at the China advantages. Infrastructure already in place, recycled at existing solvent extraction facilities, some exclusively used for recycling feed. Other facilities process both mining and recycling feeds. HCI-based processes with iron-rich, red mud waste, and organic solvent-based pollutants. Disposal is low cost in traditional tailings. What is recycled? 50,000 TPY globally, several established programs for collecting end-of-life magnets from motors and wind turbines. Manufacturers get back material back from clients. 15,000 TPY available worldwide, with volumes increasing in some applications and decreasing in others. What is needed to increase rare earth element recycling? Requires low cost and environmental process that operates in batches, low Capex plant to justify economics based on the feed that is easily available outside of China today. An operational plant will create an active market with recycling companies. Infrastructure is there to make homogeneous and segregated collection process, government regulations to promote, educate, and support rare earth element recycling. Most recyclers don't even know the value of their magnet in their recycling stream. This is the rare earth element recycling collection, MagCycle. First magnet take-back program worldwide for NDFEB, Alnico, and SMCO, founded by Rocklink in 2018. Collection of magnet scrap by mail starting from 25 kgs annually. 70 participants and 16 tons magnet scrap collected annually. Strategic partnership with North American rare earth recycler Geomega Resources. So this is where they come in, guys. More suppliers are joining them. So this is where the opportunity for growth comes, guys. Crypto Man says, Geomega looks interesting. We'll put it on my watch list. Hey, glad to bring it to you, brother. Robert Singh says, great call for real. Rich, damn. Yeah, you know, when I brought you guys that pick, nobody knew who it was, guys. Like, I don't think you guys remember, but when I brought you guys baby, nobody knew who it was. So it's the same thing with Geomega Resources. If these guys start making 10 million a year, don't you honestly think they're going to go way higher than 17 cents? Yes. So this is why I bring these companies to you and I try to break them down so you understand what is the potential for a company like this. Okay. And this is a company that I did some research. I went through their financials. They have about what? Let's see the numbers. I'm not going to bore you with going through all the financials, but I did see some thing here. Let me take a look at the financials. So one thing that I did like when I was looking at the financials was I don't know what it is this second, but as of November 2019, it had zero debt. Zero debt, guys. Let me remind you guys the symbol here. Zero debt. That is extremely big for me. Zero debt. For me, that's one of the biggest indicators of how a company is going to do. How much debt do they got, right? Gomrf. If they're swimming in debt, that's a really, really, really bad sign. Shopify is breaking 800. Wow. Shop has been one of the number one stocks on the planet for the longest time. Shopify. Wow. Shop up 8% in America at $568. Let's take a look, see if we can find the Canadian one. On the Toronto Stock Exchange, $794. Wow. What a giant. And guys, did you know that Shopify was at 20 bucks? Shopify was at $20. It's now pushing $800. Like, what the hell is that? Look at this. This is at 20 bucks. 20 bucks. In 2016, it was at 20 bucks. It's now at $800. That's right. It's up 400 times. 400 times. Oh my goodness. No, sorry. That's a lie. 40 times. Okay, that was an exaggeration. It's up 40 times your money. So if you invest, wow, it just hit 800 bucks. Holy smokes. So if you invested $1,000 4 years ago in Shop, you would have made 40 grand. If you invested $10,000 in Shop in 2016, you would have made 400 grand on 10 grand. That is absolutely mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Okay? Now, I'm just trying to find the next shop, guys. That's what we do here. I'm just trying to find the next shop. And I'm not trying to say that Geomega Resources is the next shop. I didn't think that Baby was the next shop either. And I'm not saying that Baby's the next shop either. But Baby's been good. Baby's been real good for our community. Real good. I brought this stock at 30 cents. It's now at $1.30. 60, 90, 120. So Baby is up over 300% since I brought it to you guys first. Over 300% since I brought it to you guys first. So we've got a good track record of doing this, guys. Bringing you companies and bringing them first. It's really kind of like something I really take a lot of pride in. And this company, Geomega Resources, like I said, nobody knows who they are. 103 million shares issued outstanding, tight float. And, you know, in a market right now where gold is down, this rare earth element company still doing pretty good today, right? Holding its own. Even though gold is down, even though resource is down, these guys are holding their own today. So it's pretty bullish for me. But you can see here the volume is very little because nobody knows who these guys are. So I still believe these guys are undervalued, underappreciated, and very underexposed. Let's talk about the global supply, which is growing. They signed an LOI with several groups for over 200 TPY. Pilot programs for magnet recovery from electric vehicles ongoing. So zero debt as of November 2019 and cash, 838,000 in cash value, which gives them, in the last year, they spent 586,000, which means they've got enough cash. If they were to make no money, they've got enough cash to last them 17 months. And if they can get up to $10 million in sales, they're going to be laughing. So in my opinion, these guys will be undervalued, underappreciated, and underexposed. In my opinion. Gal up 900%. What the hell is Gal? Let's take a look at Gal. GAL. Galantis Gold? No, I don't see that. GAL. Yeah, no, I don't see that pick. I don't know which one you're talking about. What else is moving, guys? Is there anything else that's moving today that you guys want to look at? So they have a partnership with JobMaster Magnets to recycle from hundreds of clients. More suppliers to join the Magnet Collection Network. So you could see some of these relationships and partnerships here. JobMaster Magnets, Group Comet, Rocklink, Rare Metals Recycling, Ginger, and Liège. I love to learn about new industries and new sectors because I honestly don't know much about magnets. But you can see here the global permanent magnet market has really been growing and has some huge upside, like massive upside. And that is what gets me excited here, is the upside. If I can get into something that has upside, if I can get into a company that has no debt, if I can get into a company low before they explode, that's how we're going to make money, guys. Okay? I'll give you an example of what I did. Like, I brought you guys a couple companies, you know, I did a couple videos, and today I finally bought them, right? I watched them for a bit, and I got in today. And I don't feel bad about getting in because I watched them for a few days. Like, I didn't just get in. I watched them for a few days, and I wanted to get in at a good price. So I bought 10,000 shares of BENTON Resources today. I really believe in this company. I think this company has huge upside with $1.6 million in the bank and no debt. Notice this trend, guys, trying to buy companies with money in the bank, no debt, and growth potential, okay? Benton Resources, $1.6 million in the bank, no debt, and they're about to have a company, a subsidiary, go public under the symbol AIR. Benton Resources owns 19% of the shares of AIR, which, if they go public at 30 cents, will be valued at $7.5 million of securities, which Benton Resources will then be able to book on their balance sheet, and AIR should be going public in the next week. If AIR goes public in the next week and they're at 30 cents or higher, then Benton Resources is going to be able to book another $7.5 million on their balance sheet. So they're going to have $9 million on their balance sheet with zero debt. That to me is a company that's undervalued. 10-cent company with $9 million in the bank and zero debt. That's why I bought them. So I bought myself 10,000 shares today, $1,000 worth. And let's see what happens. I mean, if this thing goes to 20 cents, I'm going to sell, guys. I'm going to just quickly take my money and run, right? So this is the way my brain's thinking about this one right now. Can I check out Bohr? Sure, I can check out Bohr. But real quickly before that, I also bought MEK today. I brought you guys this week. I think that these guys are going to also explode. I got 20,000 shares of Metal Creek, $1,200 worth, around 6 cents. And I'm excited about this buy because they're still undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, and nobody knows who these guys are. And another company with little to no debt and assets on their balance sheet. So I also believe that Metals Creek has a lot of upside. And if I could sell this at 10 cents or 12 cents and double my money, I'm going to be very happy. So I bought both of those mining plays. If I could double my money on both and make myself like another $2,200, then I'm going to be happy with those trades, right? So this is what I'm looking for, these types of opportunities: undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. If I can find good companies with little to no debt, money in the bank, and upside, those are the ones I want to get myself involved in. So that's why when I found this position in Gomrf in America and GMA in Canada, I thought, this is an interesting company. 17.5 cents right now, up 6%. Only traded 76,000 shares. And 103 million issued and outstanding shares. And money in the bank and little to no debt. With a lot of upside, and they've already been up. They've been climbing. So they've already been climbing. They've got momentum. Look at this. Now up 94%. See this? It's up 94% in the last 3 weeks. These are the types of plays that I like to find. Now, like I said, I'm not suggesting you go out and buy it this second, but put it on your watch list, put it on your radar. It could turn into something. I mean, it's already been something. If you bought this 3 weeks ago, you're up almost 100%. So it's made a nice move, right? Somebody has interest in this, but nobody knows who they are. So if they explode one day and they go to $1, just remember who brought it to you first. That's all I ask, is when I bring you guys something and it explodes, just remember who brought it to you first. People always say, but Rich, it has no volume and nobody's buying the stock. I'm like, well, do you want me to bring it to you first? Or do you want me to bring it to you after it explodes like Baby, right? Like I brought you Baby first, but it's already exploded. What are you going to do? You're going to buy Baby now at 130? You can. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just saying that it would have been nicer if you bought Baby at 30 cents. When I brought Baby at 30 cents, nobody cared about Baby. Nobody was buying Baby. Nobody was interested in Baby. Some people were, but there wasn't a huge amount of interest in Baby. And people didn't believe it was going to be a huge, exciting, explosive opportunity. And when I brought it and it was at 30 cents, I said it was going to go to $1, and it did. I believed in it, and it did. Baby has been a huge winner. But what I'm trying to say to you is when I first brought Baby to the table, nobody believed in it until it started to move. Once it started to move, people started to believe in it. A lot of people at that point in time, it was already too late. So this is what I'm trying to say is when I bring you guys the stock before it explodes and it doesn't have huge volume and nobody knows who it is, and it doesn't have a lot of fanfare, that's the buying opportunity. You want to get in before everybody knows. If it already starts to move, it might already be too late. So this is the whole philosophy behind getting into something that is undervalued, underappreciated, and underexposed. If we were to get into SHOP when it was at 20, look at this. SHOP is ridiculous. This thing is ridiculous. If we were to get into this in 2016 at 20 bucks, nobody would have dreamed it was going to go to 800. Nobody. Do you know how many lives this stock has changed? It's unbelievable what SHOP has done. But I can guarantee you that nobody saw this coming in 2016. So being able to pick stocks and find them before they explode, that's a skill. It's a talent. Not everybody has it. And we've done it, I believe, more than anybody else. I mean, Baby is just an example of one company that we brought you that's done well. We got way more. I could be here all day talking to you about companies that I brought you that have done extremely well. Let's talk about QSC. It's down today, but I mean, I brought you this at 15 cents. I brought you QSC at 15 cents. I brought you this right around here. I brought you this right around here, right at the end of March. I did the video and I told you I got a secret pick at 15 cents. It went from 15 cents all the way to $1. It was up 700%. People didn't buy it at 15 cents. And then when it got to $1, everyone's like, Rich, should I buy it now, Rich? And I'm like, guys, buy it at 15, not at $1. Now it's come back to 47. This is why you don't want to be buying at $1. And now it's finding its floor. Where's it going to find the floor? I don't know. When it goes up from 15 cents or even 7 cents to $1, there's going to be some consolidation. And I'm thinking it's probably going to consolidate around 50 cents because that's where they're raising money. Maybe a little bit lower, maybe a little bit higher. I'm not 100% sure. But the move here was at 15 cents, right? And then at $1, that was your selling opportunity. Look at SHOP. What is SHOP doing? Like, this thing's been going nuts. Absolutely nuts. Let's take a look at MasterCard. One of my top dogs. American Express. Tesla. mRNA is one of the largest vaccine stocks out there right now, trying to deal with the coronavirus pandemic. Gilead Sciences coming out with news yesterday saying that they may have found a cure or a vaccine, up 8%. That might be a buy too. Wouldn't be surprised to see that go higher. CODX was up yesterday, then it came down, and now it's up again. So that's very bullish for CODX, up 4%. That's good news for CODX. Once again, I did buy some MEK today, 20,000 shares. And I bought 10,000 shares of BEX today. And I am looking at Geomega Resources, Gomrf in America. You can see no volume in America today, so nobody even knows who these guys are. And in Canada, you can see volume stuck at 76,000, and we're up 6% at 17.5 cents. So the question is, where does it go from here? That's really the million-dollar question. How about oil and gold? I think that oil is undervalued, and I think oil is going to go way higher once everybody gets back to work and we get cars back on the road and we get planes flying again. We're going to see the oil prices skyrocket. So right now, I believe oil is a gift at these prices, an absolute gift. So if you can buy oil or oil stocks at these prices, I think that's the way to go. I also am very bullish on gold. I believe that gold will break its all-time highs, and I believe we'll see gold at 2,000. So right now we're having a pullback, but I still am very, very bullish on gold. And every time we have a pullback, in my opinion, that's setting up a buying opportunity. So that's what I believe with gold right now. And but you know, with the market being up today, that's why you see gold going down. Gold being the safe haven. Typically, when the market goes down, gold goes up, and when the market goes up, sometimes we're going to see gold go down. Not always, but sometimes. TRNX, yeah, TRNX made a nice move, eh? TRNX made a really big move. Wow, holy smokes, TRNX, guys. Making a massive move, guys. Toronis Technologies up 72%. Traded 266 million shares Wow. Massive move on TRNX. Massive, massive, massive move. Wow. And it's still going, guys. Holy smokes. Up 75% right now. Wow. Good call on TRNX, man. Wow, it looks like we might lose that green today. This TRNX is just going up, guys. It's just going up. Whoa. 78%. Oh my god. 80%. What the hell? Hey, great call, man. Great call. You know what? I'm not familiar with Robinhood. I don't use it. I don't really like Robinhood. Gund Pravid says, you were right about DM. Well, I told you guys, what are you going to do? You're going to chase the stock after it's up? Why would you do that? That's how you get killed. That's how you get crushed. Look, bam. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? I called that perfectly. There was guys in our group chat yesterday talking about data matrix, data matrix, data matrix. They're pumping it and pumping it. I'm like, why are you pumping data matrix for? And they had a massive day yesterday. Congratulations for that, but I'm not chasing it. And look, down 35% today. So if you chase this move, now you're down 35% and it's traded 22 million shares down. So do you know what it's going to take to make that thing go back up? I mean, just a very scary situation. So not saying it can't go up, but I'm not chasing anything up 200%. I'm just not going to do it. It's not my style. I'm not interested in it. And it's not how you win. You win by buying in the red, selling in the green. You don't win by buying in the green, selling in the red. Sometimes you can buy in the green and win in the green. I mean, Shop is a great example. It just goes higher. But what's the chances that DM is Shop? Like little to none. Shop is one of the most powerful companies in the world, right? So you're comparing, like a Ferrari to like a Kia. You know what I mean? So DM is no Shop. So that's why I knew after that big pump yesterday that there'll most likely be a dump. And hey, if it dumps down, that might be the next buying opportunity. Down 35% today, I'd be more interested in this than chasing it up 200%. It's just not my style. It's not how I like to trade. So today, when I saw that MEK is still low, right? 6 cents, still really, really low. Nobody knows who they are. And BEX is still low. Little to no volume. Nobody really knows who they are. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody's interested. I said, you know what? I'm going to buy it. And it was at 14.5 cents this week. Right now it's at 10. So what's it going to do when it puts out some big news? Now just going back here to Geomega. Starting model is robust. Growth opportunity in magnet recycling is significant. Additional growth expected from other secondary sources. Geomega forecast versus magnet waste market value. So the current magnet waste market is 1.12 billion. And by 2030, the magnet waste market will be 1.8 billion. So a huge growth potential over the next 10 years. Take a look at some of these charts. So let's just summarize this. This is the Geomega PowerPoint presentation. Establish supply of magnet waste material. Deal in place with a trading house to sell our product. Low Capex, low OPEX, small footprint, clean process, ongoing engineering and construction and production. Take a look at the share structure. Issuing outstanding 103 million shares. Stock options 6.2 million. Warrants 10 million. Fully diluted 117 million shares. Equity assets 16.8 million shares of KTR. So they have 16.8 million shares of KTR on their balance sheet as well. All right, so that's the PowerPoint presentation. Now, I saw this information of Geomega Resources on Equity Insight. This is equityinsight.ca. Geomega Resources is a rare earth element company that is gaining the attention lately of investors and governments alike. I like it when governments start getting into companies. Through its wholly owned subsidiary, Inord Inc., GMA plans on utilizing its technological arm, Inord, located in Saint-Brun de Montarville, Quebec, to recycle and refine magnet waste through a proprietary separation process known as Inord separation of rare earths. In late February, Geomega entered into an agreement with Jobmaster Magnets to facilitate the recycling program of the rare earth magnets in Canada and internationally. GMA and Jobmaster's Magnets will collaborate with end users and traditional recyclers to receive magnet waste for the recycling process using GMA's proprietary ISR separation technology. CEO of Geomega, Kiril Mugerman, stated Jobmaster Magnets clients in Canada and abroad will be able to benefit from having their magnets recycled in a clean and sustainable way right here in Canada while preserving this critical resource from going to the landfills. This partnership will enable GMA to begin its path in its magnet recycling program in Canada. In February 7, 2020, GMA announced that the company had secured debt financing of 1.7 million Canadian. Okay. From the Investment Quebec, with the Quebec government acting as an agent through the ESSOR program of the Ministry of Economy and Innovation of Quebec. Wow. The financing of 1.7 million from the Quebec government will enable GMA to proceed with building the rare earth magnet recycling demonstration facility in Saint Bruno de Montarville, Quebec. The rare earth element separation facility is strategically located 30 minutes from Montreal and 6 hours from major North American cities such as Toronto, Boston, and New York. Inord's facility is also located near the St. Hubert and Trudeau Airport and the Port of Montreal. Inord's proximity to international port hubs would facilitate GMA to ship its refined magnet waste to manufacturers around the globe. Management and insiders of GMA own 4% of the company's stock, and most notably is the ownership of 9% that is held by Quebec institution funds such as Investment Quebec. Wow. You're investing in something that the government's invested in. This is something that I like. It isn't very often that we see small cap stocks that are owned by provincial investment institutions like Quebec Institution, Investment Quebec. And we believe that the involvement of the provincial funds acts as a level of confidence when investing in GMA. I agree with that. You can see what the share structure is, how it's broken down by management and insiders. Quebec institutional funds, strategic investor, private large positions, and retail. Also noteworthy is that GMA currently owns 16.8 million shares of a mineral exploration company, Kintavar Exploration. GMA's ownership of KTR represents approximately 19% of the total shares outstanding. Shares of KTR closed at 9 cents on April. This would value GMA's ownership of KTR at approximately $1.5 million. Wow. That's big. Volume of shares of GMA have seen a surge as of late. Volume increased 204% on April 15th with a total of 435,000 shares traded when compared to the trading average of 133,000 shares. Shares of GMA are breaking out the upper Bollinger Band on increasing volume and is looking like shares of GMA may surpass the 200-day moving average. So you can see here the big volume stick. All right, that's what they got there. And let's see where GMA is. Like literally nobody in America even knows who these guys are. Gomrf is the symbol in America. And GMA still at 17.5 cents. Stuck at 76,000 shares. Hasn't really traded any volume really today, much. And RSI is kind of high here. It's at 69. But the MACD is looking really strong and it's looking very powerful climbing up here. So still looks pretty strong. Let's take a look at what you guys are saying here in the group chats. Can I check BOR? Sure, I'll take a look at BOR. BORR. Hope you guys are all having a great Friday. So yeah, oil is down and Bor is down 8%. So yeah, Bor right now down because the price of oil is down, but this might be a good buy, guys. Pretty cheap. And when the price of oil does go up, because it will, companies like Bor will go also much, much higher. It's an interesting play. Very interesting play. David Modell, how you doing, bro? Good to see you, my friend. We got to get you back on the show, Dave. It's been a long time, man. You've had some huge success on YouTube, man. You've really grown your channel. Good for you, man. Proud of you. But yeah, let's get you back on the show sometime, man. Kirk says, when buying oil, do you buy it like a commodity, like by barrel, or do you have to buy into an oil company? It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. Guys, baby's been an absolute dream. Absolute dream. But yeah, you can do whatever you want. You could buy oil stocks. You could buy oil ETFs. Right? You can do whatever you want. Naveed says, heard of GDNP? Let's take a look at it. Give me your picks, guys. GDNP, good natured. No, I'm not familiar with them, but I'll add them to my watch list. And PGV. Prodigy Ventures. Not familiar with them either, but I've just added them to my watch list too. So I've just added them both to my watch list. Thank you for the picks. I'll take a look at them, and if I like them, I might even do a video on them. Thank you very much for sharing. Danny says, what made you buy MEX? You looked excited that you were holding gold last night. You looked excited that you weren't holding gold last night. Yeah, I sold my big board gold stocks. These are junior miners. These are undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunities. And the reason why I bought MEK is they got little to no debt, and they've got lots of securities of lots of mining companies on their balance sheet. So I just believe that they're undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. And I think at 6 cents, it's worth the risk. Why not buy 20,000 shares? One day, if this thing goes to 10 cents, 12 cents, I'll double my money. So what the heck? That's why I did it. I was willing to take that leap. Plus, they're being promoted by National Inflation Association. So when National Inflation Association decides that they want to promote something, and look at this, guys. I bought BEX too. I bought 10,000 shares of BEX, and now they're in the green. And I bought 20,000 shares of MEK, which is currently in the red. 20,000 shares of MEK and 10,000 shares of BENTON Resources, BEX. Both of which are being promoted by National Inflation Association, which, in my opinion, are the best promoters of TSX venture stocks. So when they promote companies like this, I pay attention, and I believe there's a lot of upside. I like BENTON Resources a lot. These guys are going to have about $9 million of assets on their balance sheet with little to no debt, and they're at 10 cents. So I like those types of plays. Little to no debt, money in the bank, upside. Those are my types of plays. That's why I bought them. Bashir says, Rich TV Live, check your email and let me know if you suggest to take the profits. I'm not going to check my email right now, but I always suggest to take profits when you're up. If you're up 10% or more, you should always be thinking about taking profits. You can have a trailing stop. So if you're up and it's just screaming up, 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 you can ride it up. And then if it does dip, take your money and run. So yeah, my opinion is always take your profits. You should already know if you've been watching Rich TV Live, my attitude is always take your profits. Always, always, always take your profits. So GMA right now, oh, we got a little bit of buying. It was at 76,000. Now it's at 77,000 shares. So a little bit of buying volume, but nothing major. And we're at 17.5 cents, up 6% right now. And I'm just trying to understand this company better. And I like to watch them and learn about them before I buy them. And I'm just learning about this company right now, to be honest with you. And as you can see, they're up 94% in the last few weeks. Now the question is why? So I like to know why something's up 94% in a month. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying you should buy it today, but it's definitely something worth looking at. Let's see what Simply Wall Street thinks. We think Geomega Resources, GMA, can afford to drive business growth. This is Simply Wall Street on April 10th, which obviously they were right because on April 10th they were lower and it's come up. Just because a business does not make any money does not mean that the stock will go down. For example, although Amazon made losses for many years after listing, if you had bought and held the shares since 99, you would have made a fortune. Nonetheless, only a fool would ignore the risk that a loss-making company burns through its cash too quickly. We've seen that in the cannabis sector, right? Companies burning cash is not a good thing, right? Companies burning money is not a good thing. So we're looking for companies that have a plan, that aren't burning money, and hopefully are going to be cash flow positive. So should Geomega Resources, GMA, shareholders be worried about its cash burn? For the purpose of this article, we'll define cash burn as the amount of cash the company is spending each year to fund its growth, also called its negative free cash flow. We'll start by comparing its cash burn with its cash reserves in order to calculate its cash runway. How long is Geomega Resources' cash runway? You can calculate a company's cash runway by dividing the amount of cash it has by the rate at which it's spending its cash. When Geomega Resources last reported its balance sheet in November 2019, it had zero debt and cash worth $838,000. In the last year, the cash burn was $586,000. So it had a cash runway of approximately 17 months from November 2019. While the cash runway isn't too concerning, sensible holders would be peering into the distance and considering what happens if the company runs out of cash. Depicted below, you will see how its cash holdings have changed over time. Because Geomega Resources isn't currently generating revenue, we consider it an early stage business. This is what I told you guys. Undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. Another company which isn't making money yet is Baby. Baby isn't making any money yet. Baby's going to be making money soon, very soon, but it really isn't making any money yet. And we've seen what Baby's done. It's run up over 300%. So the question is, will Geomega Resources make a run too? Because Geomega Resources isn't currently generating revenue, we consider it an early stage business. So while we can't look to sales to understand growth, we can look at how the cash burn is changing to understand how expenditure is trending over time. Even though it doesn't get us excited, the 42% reduction in cash burn year on year does suggest the company can continue operating for quite some time. Admittedly, we're a bit cautious of Geomega Resources due to its lack of significant operating revenues. We prefer most of the stocks on this list of stocks that an analyst expect to grow. How easy can Geomega Resources raise cash? Even though it has reduced its cash burn recently, shareholders should still consider how easy it would be for Geomega Resources to raise more cash in the future. Issuing new shares or taking on debt are the most common ways for a listed company to raise more money for its business. One of the main advantages held by publicly listed companies is that they can sell shares to investors to raise cash to fund growth. By comparing a company's annual cash burn to its total market capitalization, we can estimate roughly how many shares it would have to issue in order to run the company for another year. Since it has a market capital of 13 million market capitalization, Geomega Resources 586,000 in cash burn equates to approximately 4.4% of its market value. That's a low proportion, so we figured the company would be able to raise more cash to fund growth with a little dilution or even to simply borrow some money. Interesting. So they're not cash flow positive yet, which is why they're not trading tons and why the stock is at 17 cents. But with $10 million in sales around the corner, the question is, what will this company look like if they were doing $10 million in sales? That's the real question. So still early, In my opinion, undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, but a lot of upside. Hey, Emmy, have a great weekend, buddy. Benno says, when you get a chance, Rich, can you also do an analysis on Halo Labs report? Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at Halo Labs. I'm actually going to have Halo Labs on our show next week. So when we get Kieran on our show, we'll talk about that. Keo Christian Trader, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Says, hello, Mr. Rich. One smash for Rich TV Live. Yes, guys, when you get in this room, please smash the like button. It really helps to get more people to see our videos, helps the videos to go more viral, and it helps us to really trend as a channel when we're live and interactive and we're talking about different stocks. If there's any stocks you want to look at today, please let me know. We can pull it up live. And we are now looking at the entire market and just looking at, wow, look at this, guys. TRNX is screaming, guys. TRNX is screaming, up 96%. Wow. And that RSI is 85, which is highly overbought. So I'm not going to chase it, but it looks like it's just going to keep going higher. It does. And then the MACD is just pointing right up. Wow. The yellow and blue line are pointing right up. Look at those huge green candlesticks. Unbelievable, guys. TRNX is about to go up 100%. Let's watch it. 99%. Let's go 100%. 99.5%. Here we go. We're about to break 100%, guys. And guys, I like to use Webull. You can zoom in. Pretty awesome to use Webull. Look at those big candlesticks. That's a lot of buying, guys. Wow. TRNX, we're about to go up 100%. Look at this. Craig Tin says, smash, liking propane at these prices. Not keen on oil itself as demand side will be slow coming back. If it ever comes back to pre-SARS levels, hodl to cash. I believe this is a buying opportunity for oil, and I believe oil goes way higher. Because, guys, you have to understand something, okay? The oil industry is not going to just go bankrupt. So in order for the oil industry to be profitable, we need the price of oil to be at least $40 to $60. So with the price of oil being what it is, look, we're up over 100% now. What did I tell you guys? TRNX is now up 101%, guys. It just went up 5% right in our face. These indicators are extremely bullish. Mind you, the RSI is really highly overbought, so be careful. I'm looking at the 1 hour time frame. Tons of power on TRNX. Tons and tons of power. This is a momentum trade. Now, I wouldn't chase this up 100%, but man, what a move. What a move for TRNX. Unbelievable. So yes, I will be interviewing Kieran Sidhu from Halo Labs next week. All right, guys. So I'm going to go back to the markets. I wanted to bring you guys this pick. I think it has a lot of potential, and it's up 6%. And, oh, looks like a nice green candle is coming up here. That's bullish. Interesting. So there's been a lot of buying coming in over the last little bit. Like I told you guys, up 94% in the last month alone. So I wanted to put it on your watch list, put it on your radar, make sure that you guys are aware of it, okay? Now, just because I talk about it doesn't mean you go buy it today, but definitely put it on your watch list, put it on your radar, okay, guys? Put it on your watch list, put it on your radar. Gomrf in America. Market's still in the green. Oil is starting to come back from those lower lows. It was at 17. Gold is still deeply red. And mining stocks have been hot. One of the mining stocks that I'm bringing to your attention, Geomega Resources, GMA. Love to know what you guys think. If you like this video, smash the like button. Comment down below. Share the video everywhere. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. Like usual, we bring in the winners and we bring them to you first. Love to know what you guys think. Geomega Resources up 6%. Up 94% quietly in the last month. I'm going to continue to watch them, and I'll continue to update them. If there's any other big news, breaking news, anything that's trending, I will let you know. Take a look at 2 of the stocks that I bought personally today, which I disclosed in the description of this video. I did buy 10,000 shares of BENTON Resources today. Very happy. They are now in the green. And I bought 20,000 shares of MEK Metals Creek at 6 cents. I bought 20,000 shares of them today. And I'm excited about both positions. I will keep you updated on those stocks as well. If there's any other stocks that are moving today that you want us to take a look at, you can see Tesla's moving. You can see CODX is screaming right now, guys. Look at that big green candle. CODX is making a nice big move. Visa's up. mRNA is screaming, guys, up 15%. Moderna, I brought you guys this first at I think about 12 bucks. They're now at $46. Another great call. I did a video on them as well. Brought you guys baby at 30 cents, now at $1.29. Another huge winner for our community. I talked to you guys about Shop in January. Told you they were one of my top picks for January 2020. They have not disappointed. They just keep screaming. One of the #1 companies in the world since 2016. It's up 40 times from $20 to $800. 40 times your money in 4 years. Unbelievable. Question is, who's going to be next? What's going to be the next winner? If you guys know, let me know. If you guys got anything you're looking at, let me know. Craig says SU is very tempting. I know. It is. I want it too. Suncor Energy. Can't imagine them staying this low for too long. And as you can see, the price of oil is down, but Suncor is still going up, which tells me that they're finding the bottom. So might be a great buy on Suncor Energy as well. Stay tuned, guys. Get your popcorn ready. If there's any other big news, breaking news, or anything else that's happening, I will let you know. If there's anything else that you want to talk to me about, email me, richtvlive@gmail.com, or message me in the description of this video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Rich TV Live. Hit the bell for notifications so every time we go live, anytime we have big news, breaking news, anything to discuss, you will know first. Have a great weekend. It's been a great week. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace. Where are you? Where are you? Gomrf, Geomega Resources in America and in Canada. GMA. Let's see if we can go out on style. Let's go in style. If there's anything you want me to look at, guys, please let me know. If there's any pics you want me to look at, drop it in the chat.
When you look in my eyes, I see no doubt from you. And then you stare, then I know you chose me. If you walk in my shoes, you will judge you so hard. And then you will know that my eyes are only for you.
PRMT.
I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. I will see things through. I can't lie to you. your way. Can you try to see some mind? Just try. Place the blame aside, girl. Try to look at your parts. You know you should now. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you. No, I will see things through. I can't lie to you. To you. To you, yeah. To you. I'm alright. I'm alright. I can't lie to you. I'm alright. I'm alright. I can't lie. I'm alright.
Thank you guys for watching. Have a great weekend. If you're not winning, you're not watching. We bring you the winners, and we bring them to you first. Another company that I think you need to put on your radar, put on your watch list, Geomega Resources. Have yourselves a great weekend. Thank you guys for joining. Your boys out. Peace. Gonna listen to some tunes. I'm out.
There's the windows in my eyes, and the air is hard to breathe.
See you guys later.